Hi everyone, welcome to this week's quiz on a Wednesday. Mixing things up a little bit this time. So usually we're on a Monday. I hope you've all had a wonderful week and are looking forward to another evening of quizzing. I know we're going to be a little bit thin on the ground this week. I know there's several people who would normally do the quiz who can't make it, but I'm sure those of us who are here will still have a wonderful time. So as usual, we'll be starting the quiz at about 8:05. We've just given a bit of time for people to join. So in the meantime, use this time to make yourself nice and comfortable. Go grab yourself a drink and get in your teams if you are playing as teams. And use this time to take a look at the picture round. So the picture round, you can find it in the video description or over on the Facebook pages. This week it's Name the Superhero. So you can either give me the superhero name, so like Superman, spoiler alert, Superman isn't one of the answers, or the alias, so Clark Kent would be acceptable as well. Yeah, either of those is fine. Yeah, just take this time to relax. We'll be starting the quiz in about 8 minutes, so not too long now. Yes, I hope you've all had a wonderful week. Feel free to say hello if you would like. No obligation. Yes, I hope you've all had a fabulous week. I know we're a bit late this week. Because next week it will feel like it comes around very quickly because there's fewer days. But it's always right. Now, I had Monday off work and I would just take the entire day to relax and not really like think about this as well. So that's why we moved. But yes, I hope you're all ready for another quiz. Yeah, as I say, I know we're a little bit thin on the ground this week. Usually we have more people than this by now, but we'll see how we go. We'll be starting in just over 5 minutes, so there's a bit of time for more people to join us. If I have the quiz up on my screen. There we go. Yes. Yes, hello and welcome to anyone who has just joined us. I hope you've all had a wonderful week and are looking forward to another quiz. We will be starting in about 6 minutes, so not too long now. But use this time to get yourself nice and comfortable and check out the picture round. So you can find that in the video description or over on the Facebook page. If you are new, it's the same place it always is. So I'm sure everyone knows where to find the picture round by now, but just in case anyone's new. Hello, Paul and Prem, and well, Paul and the rest of the Silver Surfers. Hello, and hi, Prem. I hope you are all wonderfully well, and yeah, and I hope you're looking forward to another quiz. I'm not gonna lie, this one was quite a last-minute pulled-together quiz, but I'm sure it will still be fun nonetheless. Sometimes the best ones are the ones that are pulled together in half an hour just before, but let's see. Yeah, so we're making a start on the quiz proper in about 5 minutes. So yeah, use this time to get yourself nice and comfortable. Check out the picture round. So the picture round this week is superheroes. You simply have to tell me who they are. I will accept either their superhero name or their human alias. So, for example, if you think Superman was one of the answers, you could have either Superman or Clark Kent. I will accept either of those. Spoiler alert, Superman isn't one of the answers. That's why I'm using it as an example. Just in case anyone was wondering that. Yes. Double check one of the answers. All right. Okay, so we'll start the quiz in about 3 minutes or so not too long now. Yes, hello to anyone who has just joined us. Hope you've all had a fab week. And are looking forward to another night of quizzing. Let's take this off because this is going to buzz with messages. I can just tell. So let me take that off, otherwise it's going to get very annoying. Yes. Cool. Has anyone been up to anything particularly exciting this week? My weekends, well, my week's been pretty normal. Hosted a dinner party on Saturday. There were 6 of us, so we were within the law. lots of food, lots of cooking done, but it was very nice, very much worth it. Has anyone else done anything particularly exciting? As I say, this is the point I always just end up rambling and never quite know what to say. So nonsense, well, not nonsense, but nothingness comes out. If anyone has any suggestions, let me know. We will be starting the quiz in just a couple of minutes. So, yeah, starting the quiz in just a couple of minutes. So if you haven't already, use this time to say get yourself comfortable, but also check out the picture round. For anyone who might be new, you can find the picture round in the video description, or also over on the Facebook page, or the Facebook event. It's posted in all of those. But yes, we'll be starting the quiz in just a minute or so. So I was hoping for more people, but there we go. We'll be in on the ground this week. Hopefully back to normal next week. We'll be back on the normal date of Monday next week. Which means I need to be very organised with writing the quiz, but I will get there. Can't leave it quite as last minute as I did for this one. Oh, awesome. A couple more people just joined in the last 30 seconds or so. Just give them a little bit of time to settle in. Start in about a minute. Saying that, by my reckoning, it has just ticked over to 5 past. So, hi Rachel, hi B. I hope you are all well. Yes, time has just ticked over to 5 past, so I will make a start. So, hello and welcome everyone on this Wednesday evening. A bit exotic. Usually we're on a Monday. Yes. If for anyone who's just joined, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and are ready for another evening of quizzing. So the format is the same as always. So we will have 5 rounds plus the picture round. And so we will do the first 3 rounds, have a short break, mark the first 3 rounds, do the next 2 rounds, have a short break, mark those rounds and mark the picture round. So the themes of the rounds this week, as always, we're starting off with general knowledge. We've then got a round about food and drink, then a round that's all about answers that should seem obvious but aren't. They're all sort of misconceptions or misnomers type things. Might make more sense when we come to the round. We then, after the break, we'll have a round all about ologies. So you have to tell me what each is the study of. Yep. So they're all sort of scientific fields. You have to tell me what they're the study of. And the final round is a connection round. So you got 9 questions, and question 10 will be what is the connection between all of half of these answers. Yeah, so that's your rounds for this week. I hope there's something in there for everybody. There might be some things that suit you more than other things, but that's always the nice way to have it. So very quickly before we start off, the same rules as always apply. So please don't go looking up your answers because I want to know what you know, not what you can look up. Please don't post your answers in the comments because that sort of spoils it for everyone else. And my word is final. So please don't argue with me. I will accept polite nudges if I get something slightly wrong, which happens sometimes. I'm a human. But yeah, please no shouty arguing. Cool. With that, if you are ready to make a start, let me know and we will get going. Awesome. Okay, so let's make a start with our general knowledge round. So question 1, what do the 2 initials stand for in the name of the author C.S. Lewis? So what do the 2 initials stand for in the name of the author C.S. Lewis? So what does the C.S. stand for? Question 2. Oh, I'm being called. Don't call me. Sorry. Let me try and mute that sound. Question 2. Which monarch was convicted of treason and was beheaded at Fotheringhay Castle in Northamptonshire on the 8th of February 1587? So question 2, which monarch was convicted of treason and was beheaded at Fotheringhay Castle in Northamptonshire on the 8th of February 1587? Question 3, what is the capital city of Switzerland? So question 3 is, what is the capital city of Switzerland? Question 4, who said the quote, "If you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best"? So who said the quote, "If you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best"? Question 5, who was the first leader of the Soviet Union? So who was the first leader of the Soviet Union? Question 6. Holden Caulfield is the protagonist in which American literary classic? So, Holden Caulfield is the protagonist in which American literary classic? Question 7. How was New York known prior to 1664? So, how was New York known prior to 1664? Question 8. Who was the winner of the Tour de France for all years between 1999 and 2005 inclusive? So, who was the winner of the Tour de France for all years between 1999 and 2005? And it's inclusive of those years. Question 9. What links the words political, surprise, and dinner? So question 9 again. What links the words political, surprise, and dinner? And finally, question 10. Opus Dei is an institution of the Catholic Church, but what does Opus Dei translate to in English? So question 10 again. Opus Dei is an institution of the Catholic Church. What does it translate to in English? So it's spelled OPUSDEI. Okay, so that is the end of round 1. If you need any questions repeating, just drop me a comment or a message. I've got my phone here so I can see messages, and I will repeat any if needed. Two again, of course. So number 2 was which monarch was convicted of treason and was beheaded at Fotheringhay Castle in Northamptonshire on the 8th of February 1587? Okay, if nobody else has any more, I will move on to round 2 now. So if you do have any more questions from round 1, I will repeat them at the end of round 3 when we have our break. But moving on to round 2 now. So round 2 is all about food and drink. So question 1, from which country does Gouda cheese originate? So from which country does Gouda cheese originate? So it's Gouda spelt Gouda. Question 2. Which type of pasta's name means little worms? So question 2. Which type of pasta's name means little worms? Question 3. What is the best-selling flavour of Haagen-Dazs ice cream? So what is the best-selling flavour of Haagen-Dazs ice cream? Question 4. What does CAMRA stand for? Spelt C-A-M-R-A. So what does CAMRA stand for? Which is spelt C-A-M-R-A. Question 5. What variety of beans would you find in Heinz baked beans? So question 5. What variety of beans would you find in Heinz baked beans? Question 6. In Italian cuisine, what is mortadella? So in Italian cuisine, what is mortadella? Question 7. With which bovine body part would you make Rocky Mountain oysters? So with which bovine body part would you make Rocky Mountain oysters? Question 8. What is Marmite made of? What is Marmite, essentially? Question 8 is what is Marmite made of? Or what is Marmite, essentially? Question 9. In which country is the winemaking region of the Yarra Valley? Spelt Y-A-R-R-A. So, in which country is the winemaking region of the Yarra Valley? Spelt Y-A-R-R-A. And finally, question 10. Eccles cakes are named after an English town in which county? So Eccles cakes are named after an English town in which county? So that is the end of round 2. So if you need any questions from round 2 repeating, again, just drop me a comment. Of course. So question 6 is, in Italian cuisine, what is mortadella? So that's spelt Mortadella. All right, as nobody has anything else, I will move on to round 3 now. So again, if you do need anything else from round 2, let me know at the end of round 3 when we have a break. But round 3 is all questions that look like they should have an obvious answer, but don't, is kind of the best way I can think to describe it. So I've sort of called it common misconceptions or misnomers. So when I read the first question, hopefully that might make a little bit more sense. So question 1 is, how long was the 100 Years' War? I'll give you a clue, it wasn't 100 years long. So how long was the 100 Years' War? Question 2, from what animal is catgut usually made? So from what animal is catgut usually made? Question 3, the lead in a pencil is made from which material? So the lead in a pencil is made of which material? Question 4, a horned toad isn't a toad. What type of creature is it? So question 4 is, a horned toad isn't a toad at all. What type of creature is it? Question 5, what type of tree is a Douglas fir? So what type of tree is a Douglas fir? So that's spelled Douglas as in the name, and fir is F-I-R. Question 6. In which country was the Spanish flu first seen in 1918? So question 6 was, in which country was the Spanish flu first seen in 1918? Question 7. What is a titmouse? So spelt Titmouse. So what is a titmouse? Spelt Titmouse. Question 8. From which country do Panama hats originate? So from which country do Panama hats originate? Question 9. In which country was the game Chinese checkers invented? So question 9. In which country was the game Chinese checkers invented? Finally, question 10. A koala bear isn't a bear. What type of animal is it? So a koala bear isn't a bear. What type of animal is it? Okay, so that is the end of round 3, which means it's the end of the first half of the quiz. So if you have any questions you need repeating, either from that round or from either of the earlier 2 rounds, then let me know. Otherwise, we will have a short break and come back in about 4 minutes. Just give you a bit of time to finish collating all your answers together. If you are ready to go before that, then let me know. Of course. Okay, so there's a request, round 1, question 6. So round 1, question 6 was, Holden Caulfield is the protagonist in which American literary classic? And his name is spelled Holden Caulfield. So Holden Caulfield. just another couple of minutes. But as I say, if you are ready to go earlier, then just let me know. Because if everyone else is ready, then there's no point waiting. Yeah, otherwise you've got about 2 minutes. All right, I'm going to say that's your time up. I've actually given you longer this time because I'm running ahead of where I usually am. So you've actually had a good couple of minutes longer than usual there. So I will start going through the answers. So starting with round one, your general knowledge round. So the CS in C.S. Lewis is Clive Staples. I'll say if you've got, it's half a point per initial for that one. So if you've got Clive but not Staples, or the other way around, you get half a point. Question 2, the monarch that was convicted of treason and beheaded in 1587 was Mary I of Scotland or Mary Queen of Scots. Question 3, the capital city of Switzerland is Bern. Question 4, it was Marilyn Monroe that said, if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. Question 5, the first leader of the Soviet Union was Vladimir Lenin. Or if you've just got Lenin, that's fine. Question 6, Holden Caulfield is the protagonist in The Catcher in the Rye. Question 7, New York was previously known as New Amsterdam. Question 8, it was Lance Armstrong that was the winner of the Tour de France, although he has since been stripped of all the titles, but he did win originally between 1999 and 2005. So Lance Armstrong is your answer. Question 9, what links the words political, surprise and dinner? They can all be followed by the word party. So if you've got anything about party there, I'll give you that point. And finally, question 10, Opus Dei translates to the work of God. So now looking at the food and drink round. So question 1, Gouda cheese originates from the Netherlands. Question 2 is vermicelli, that means little worms. Question 3, the best-selling flavour of Haagen-Dazs is vanilla. People are just a bit boring. Question 4, CAMRA is the campaign for real ale. Question 5, it's haricot beans that you would find in baked beans. Question 6, in Italian cuisine, mortadella is a type of sausage. Question 7, you make Rocky Mountain oysters from bull's testicles. So that's your answer. Question 8, Marmite is made of yeast extract. So yeast extract is your answer. Question 9, the Yarra Valley winemaking region is in Australia, and it's near Melbourne. And question 10, Eccles cakes are named after an English town, Eccles, in Lancashire. If you put Greater Manchester, you can also have that. So the historic county is Lancashire, the sort of more modern one is Greater Manchester. So either of those are fine. And then finally, moving on to your sort of common misconceptions round. Try not to knock my computer over. So question 1, the 100 Years' War actually lasted 116 years. Question 2, catgut is usually made from sheep or goat. Question 3, the lead in a pencil is made from graphite. Question 4, a horned toad is a type of lizard. Question 5, a Douglas fir is a pine tree, the type of pine. Question 6, the Spanish flu was actually first seen in the USA. But because it was during the World War, they blamed it on a neutral country rather than them or one of their allies, propaganda. But the USA is your answer. Question 7, a titmouse is a type of bird. Question 8, Panama hats originate from Ecuador. Question 9, Chinese checkers came from Germany. And question 10, a koala bear is actually a marsupial. Oh, anyway, that is the end of part 1 of the quiz. So if you are all ready, move on to part 2. So let me know if you're ready to go and we'll make a start. Declan, no, I'm going to be quite specific with it, unfortunately. So the 100 Years' War was 116 years. That's your answer. Okay. We'll make a start on round 4 now then. So round 4 is all types of ology. So you just have to say what each of these is the field of study of. So what is, question 1, what is clonology, the study of? So that is spelt C-L-O-N-O-L-O-G-Y. So what is clonology or clonology, the study of? Spelt C-L-O-N-ology. No worries. Question 2, what is felinology, the study of? Spelt F-E-L-I-N-ology. So question 2, what is felinology, the study of? Spelt F-E-L-I-N-ology. I'm not going to spell ology every time. Doesn't feel like much point. And it's always spelled the same. Question 3. What is trichology, the study of? Spelt Trich ology. So what is trichology, the study of? Spelt Trich ology. Question 4. What is rhinology, the study of? So that is spelt RHIN ology. So what is rhinology, the study of? Spelt RHIN ology. Question 5. What is plutology, the study of? Spelt PLUT ology. So what is plutology, the study of? Spelt PLUT ology. Question 6. What is cardiology, the study of? Spelt CARDI ology. So what is cardiology, the study of? Spelt CARDI ology. Question 7. What is heliology, the study of? Spelt HELIO. Well, HELI ology. So what is heliology, the study of? Spelt HELI ology. Question 8. What is orology, the study of? Spelt OR-ology. So what is orology, the study of? Spelt OR-ology. Question 9. What is allergology, the study of? Spelt ALLERG, ology. So what is allergology? The study of ALLERG, ology. And finally, question 10, what is formicology? The study of, spelled FORMIC, ology. So what is formicology? The study of, spelled FORMIC, ology. Okay, so that is the end of that round. If you need any questions repeating, let me know. If you want any from spelling, let me know. I'm happy to put them in the comments, if that would be helpful, or read them out loud. Yeah. I've actually just copied and pasted them and put all of the questions in a comment. But if you need, if you can't see the comments or want me to say any out loud, then let me know. Okay, since nobody said anything, I'm going to go on to the final round. I will give you a little bit of extra time again in the break just to work out your answers to it. But moving on to round 5 now. So round 5 is a connection round. Pardon me. It's a connection round. So you'll have questions 1 to 9, and then question 10 will be what is the connection between all or part of the answers? Well, all or part of each of the answers. So question 1, what type of animal is Wheezy from the Toy Story franchise? So what type of animal is Wheezy from the Toy Story franchise? Question 2, what is the name of the book series that Douglas Adams is most famous for? So, what is the name of the book series that Douglas Adams is most famous for? At least it's the first title of the book in the series. Question 3. Which song begins with the lyric, "If you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise"? So, which song begins with the lyric, "If you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise"? Question 4. Which UK sporting event first took place on the 29th of March 1981? So, which UK sporting event first took place on the 29th of March 1981? Question 5. What is the name of the 1976 film which features Robert De Niro as the character Travis Bickle? So, what is the name of the 1976 film which features Robert De Niro as the character Travis Bickle? Question 6. Solve the cryptic crossword clue. Treats for a comedian. So, question 6. Solve the cryptic crossword clue. Treats for a comedian. Yes, comedian, Rachel. Yeah. Question 7. Which character from The Wizard of Oz was looking for courage? So, which character from The Wizard of Oz was looking for courage? Question 8. Which novel by Charles Nordhoff and James Norman Hall, which is based on a true event, features the character Lieutenant William Bligh? So, which novel by Charles Nordhoff and James Norman Hall is based on a true event and features the character Lieutenant William Bligh? Question 9. What is the name of the song that begins with the lyrics, "It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair"? So, what is the name of the song that begins with the lyrics, "It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair"? And finally, question 10. What's the connection between all or part of these answers? Okay, so with that, we are at the end of the quiz, or the end of the questions for the quiz, anyway. So we will have a short break. Again, I'll give you about 4 or 5 minutes. If you need any questions from rounds 4 or 5 repeating, let me know. Also, don't forget to use this time to finish up the picture round if you haven't already done so. So the link for the picture round is in the video description over on or over on the Facebook page, and it's all about superheroes. And obviously, we're going to mark the ology rounds and the connection round as well. So if you need any questions repeating from those 2 rounds, let me know. Otherwise, we'll come back in about 4 minutes. If you are ready before then, let me know, because if everyone's ready before then, we might as well make a start rather than just waiting for nobody. Right, I'll just give you another couple of minutes still. Let's say if you do need anything repeating, let me know. All right, just the last 30 seconds or so now. So just be finishing up your answers. All right, guys. Feel like there's been plenty of time now. So we'll make a start on the answers. So starting with your ology round. So question 1, clonology is the study of clones, funnily enough. Question 2, felinology is the study of cats. Question 3, trichology is the study of hair and the scalp and that type of stuff. So if you've got anything about the hair, your hair essentially, and that's your answer. Question 4, rhinology is the study of the nose and the sinuses. If you've just put the nose, that's fine. But yeah, theoretically, it's your nose and your sinuses. Question 5, plutology is the study of wealth. Question 6, cardiology is the study of the heart. Question 7, heliology is the study of the sun. 8, orology is the study of mountains and how they're formed. Again, if you just put mountains, then I'll give you that point. Question 9, allergology is the study of allergies. Quite self-explanatory, that one. And question 10, formicology is the study of ants. Not quite as obvious, that one. Some obvious and some not so obvious in that one. Moving on to the connection round now. So question 1, Wheezy in the Toy Story franchise is a penguin. Question 2, the book series that Douglas Adams is most famous for is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Question 3, the song that starts with the lyric, "If you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise," is the Teddy Bear's Picnic. Question 4, the UK sporting event that first took place in March 1981 was the London Marathon. Question 5, the 1976 film featuring Robert De Niro as Travis Bickle is The Taxi Driver. So Taxi Driver is your answer, not The Taxi Driver. Spoke. So Taxi Driver. Question 6, so was solve the cryptic crossword clue treats for a comedian. Your answer there is Snickers. Question 7, the character in The Wizard of Oz that was looking for courage was the Cowardly Lion, or just the lion. Question 8, that novel based on a true story with the character Lieutenant William Bligh is Mutiny on the Bounty. A little bit more obscure, that question. Question 9, the song that begins with the lyrics, "It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair," is Life on Mars by David Bowie. And so the connection between all the answers is they're all types of chocolate bars. So you've got penguin, galaxy, picnic, marathon, taxi, which marathon and taxi no longer exist, but they're still chocolate bars. Obviously Snickers, Lion Bar, Bounty, and Mars Bar. So those are your answers. And finally, looking at the picture round now. So as I said, you could either have the superhero name or their alias. So question 1 was Dash, or I think his full name is Dash Parr from The Incredibles. Question 2 was Wonder Woman, or her alias is Diana Prince. Question 3 is Hit Girl from the film Kick-Ass. And her alias is Mindy McCready. So if you had either of those answers. Question 4 is Green Lantern. He's had 2 aliases, so he's either Alan Scott or Hal Jordan. They've both been the Green Lantern. So again, if you had either of those. Question 5 is Deadpool or Wade Wilson. Question 6 is Phoenix or Dark Phoenix, the alias Jean Grey. So if you had any of those. Question 7 was the Invisible Woman, had the alias Susan Richards or Susan Storm. Any of them. Question 8 was Doctor Strange or Stephen Strange. Question 9 was Star-Lord or Peter Quill. And question 10 was the Wasp or Janet Van Dyne. So if you had any of those answers, there you go. So with that, we are now at the end of the quiz for this week. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Obviously, I know it was a different day to usual. So next week we will be back on a Monday like usual. This was just a one-off. Hopefully all the people who usually join us but couldn't make it this week will be able to make it on Monday. But with that, have a lovely week and I will see you all on Monday. Bye guys.